Cool. Welcome into this video. I would like to take you through how you can create Z-score in SPSS. Z-score are standardized variables with a mean of 0 and standard deviation of 1. So in order to come up with Z-score in this video, we need to use a bankroll dataset, which I have here. So in this bankroll dataset, we'll be dealing with the income of our respondent. Then we shall be dealing with the respondent who have taken loan with a credit card. And then we have the individual with other debts or with other loan. So in order to come up with the score, what you're supposed to do, we need to come to where we have analyze. Then come to where we have descriptive statistics. Then come to where we have descriptives. Then we shall deal with the variables of our concern, which is the household income in thousand. Then just click above it and then click the arrow and move it into the variable box. Then we need to click above the credit card debts individual in thousand. Then we have the other debts in thousand. Then in order to generate the score variables, what we need to do, we just need to click here inside where we have save standardized values as variables. Then click OK. So a descriptive statistic will be generated here containing the mean of the household income, the credit card debts, and then other debts in thousand. But what you notice is that at our bankroll dataset, we have additional variables which are here. So we have the Z-score of the income, which is an additional variable. And then we have the Z-score of the credit debts. And then we have a Z-score of other debts. So in order to notice how you can be able somehow to interpret this Z-score of the income, I need to show you some trick. So when we get back into the output window, you can notice we had the mean income or the mean average of the income is 47,000, or what we can say it is 47,000 when we round it off. When we come back here into our result here, you can notice that under the observation 1, our income was 176,000, and the Z-score table, it gives us a positive value. So that tells us that this observation lies above the mean average of the income, which is 47,000. So maybe we can come here where we had an income of that 1,000, which is technically below the average of 47,000. You can notice we have a negative Z-score value. So it tells us that our income, this observation of the income lies below the mean. So you can try to do it even using the Z-score credit debts and then the Z-score of other debts. So what we need to do again, in order to make our Z-score more informative, we can come with a composite function of this Z-score about the loan. So in order to come up with a Z-score composite function regarding bank loan, what we need to do, we need to come to where we have transform, then click compute variables. Then we can come here and say we need a composite Z-score bank loan. Then what we need to do, or we can just maintain it as a composite bank loan. Let us maintain it like that to make it smaller. Then we need to take all these variables which we have generated Z-score for. That is the Z-score of the household income. Just click above it or double click above it, or you can use the arrow which is here. Then we need to add the Z-score of the credit card, which is here. You can just double click above it. Then we need to generate a composite function or composite variable. We need to add the score of other debts, then double click it to be added. Then we need to divide these values in order to generate a composite variable with 3. This is just an average. Then we click OK. So you notice that here now we have a standardized. When you open now our data set, you notice we have now a composite function or composite variable of bank loan. So we have how these 3 variables affect the bank loan. So you can see a Z-score of 8.15 or composite Z-score of 8.15. So this technically tells you how these variables affect the loanable fund of the bank. So in case you need to know how we interpret this Z-score, let us meet in the next video. I'll be explaining how this Z-score explain more about the bank loan. But this is technically how we generate Z-score and how you can come up with a composite variable of the Z-score. So thank you for watching. So this is how technically these variable affect our bank loan. So you can notice we have a positive relation of how these variables affect our bank loan in the first observation. Then the second observation, we have a negative value of the composite Z-score. And the third observation, we have a negative